We're going to start you at the end of your mat today. Rather than facing, we're going to start you at the end of your mat. So have your mat long in front of you, feet and knees about hip width apart. Soften the backs of the knees and spread those toes nice and wide. Okay, so let's bring our pelvis into neutral to make sure your pelvis is sitting nice and squarely underneath your spine. Belly button in. Lower tummy, scoop that in and up, and ribs in and down with your shoulders. Let's come up to your ears. Round your shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together and draw the shoulders down into your back. Lengthen up to the top of the head and pull the chin slightly in. Now as we breathe, our arms are going to go directly up in front of us. Breathing in, breathing out. And again, breathing in, breathing out. Good, and again, breathing in, breathing out, press. Last one, breathing in, breathing out and press. Lovely. Now bring your arms up in front of you, shoulder blades into your back. Turn towards me if you can. So it's going to be your right arm, I think. Turn towards me here. Open the arm. Now think about this shoulder here, your back shoulder. I don't want this to be rounded. Draw it down into your back. Now we're going to swing your arms down and up to the other side. And again, swing down and up to the other side. Good. And again, hips are facing forwards for me. So try not to let the hips rotate. We don't want the hips here. We want them forwards. Down and up. Down and up. Grow tall. Down and up. Now come towards me and lift the same leg. Lift the knee up and down. Other side, lift the knee up and down. So hold the core. Keep that movement happening. Down and lift, grow tall. Down and lift, grow tall. And again, down and lift, grow tall. And down, lift, grow tall, lift that knee and hold. Extend the leg out for me and then bend and come down. Turn, lift the knee, extend out, bend and down. So you're really going to work the balance now. Grow tall, keep tension in that body. Extend the leg out, bend the knee and let's come down. A couple more. Turn the body, hips facing forwards, lift the knee, extend it out, and bend and come down. Two more. A hand lift, extend, bend and down. Last one. Turn, lift, extend, bend and come down. Have a roll through those shoulders, have a walk through those legs for me. Lovely, well done. Let's take our right leg out in front of us and let's have heel down, toes up. Left knee is slightly soft, okay? Right leg is long, pull the toes back, knee is soft. Take a breath in, round the shoulders, your bottom sticking out a little bit, and I want you to gently articulate down through that spine, coming towards that front leg. Just watch that balance. Keep that right leg long, toe pointing back towards you. Now I want you to draw the shoulder blades into your back and I want you to lift the chest and flatten the back. So I want to drink my cup of tea off your back there. Then we're going to round and go back down. Then do it again, draw the shoulder blades into your back, lift your chest, flatten your back, stretch out through the top of your head for me. Keep those toes pulling back. And then rounding through that spine. Place their weight through that right foot, bend the knee, step forwards. Relax the head, breathe in. And as we breathe out, we're going to gently articulate up through that spine. We're going to draw that tailbone down towards the floor and then gently roll all the way up. Shoulder blades into your back and lift your head. Now take your feet the width of your mat, so slightly wide for me. Lovely, soften the knees and tuck the chin. Let's round the spine and gently articulate all the way down. Good, arms long, knees soft,
hands to the floor. Hopefully you should all make it there with nice bent knees. So we're going to drop the bottom down. And we're going to try and get that flat back if you can, as far as you can, dropping into those hips, breathing in. And as you breathe out, we're going to look between the legs. We're going to straighten those legs as we come all the way up. Breathe, breathe in. And again, breathing out, we're going to drop that bottom down. Let's get into those hips. Let's try and get a flat back as much as you can. Good. Take a breath. Breathing out, look through the legs and straighten those legs as much as you can. And one more for me. Dropping down. Bottom down, hips wide, back as flat as we can, parallel to the ceiling. Breathe in. Breathing out, look through the legs and straighten. Keep the legs straight for me. Take your right hand in front of you to the floor. If you can't touch the floor, then hold the inside of the left leg. Okay? If you can touch the floor, lovely. Left hand, rotate, push round. So if you can't, you hold the leg. And then actually kind of pull against it. Here, push against the floor and rotate. Lovely, bring that hand down. Either left hand on the floor or on the inside of the right leg. Right hand goes round and rotates. So push against the floor or pull against your leg. And let's come all the way down. Other side again, right hand down or hold the inside of the left leg and let's rotate. Good, push yourself round. Try to keep the legs as straight as you can and then release. And last one, so to the floor inside of right leg and hold. Good, and push it round and then all the way down. Soften those knees, round the spine. Let's gently articulate up. Draw that tailbone down towards the floor and then stack that spine up. Lovely. Shoulders into place and lift that head. Bring those legs in for me. Okay, so let's take our left foot forwards now. Okay, heel to the floor, pull the toes back, soft on that right knee, and when you're ready, round through that spine, and let's gently articulate all the way down. Good, if you can touch the floor, lovely. If not, you can just maybe hold that leg if you wish to. And then from here, we're going to have shoulder blades into your back. And then I'm going to lift the chest and flatten the back. Can you feel this stretch happening up here? Hopefully you can. Nice flat back, bit of balance as well. So zip up through that core. Round the spine, let's go back to that leg. I'm going a little bit lower this time. And then again, shoulder blades into your back. Lift the chest. Stretching, I'm really stretching out through my head. Trying to get my back as flat as it will go. And then round the spine, come all the way down. Place the weight through that foot, bend the knee, step forwards. So feet are parallel, relax the head, and let's gently roll all the way up. Roll, roll, roll. Tailbone down towards the floor, and let's gently roll up for that spine. Oh, lovely. Okay, take a step back for me. Okay, have a roll for those shoulders. Okay, right foot forwards, left foot behind you. If you can, I'd like the big toe on the left foot to touch the heel of the right foot. Now, if that is just too wobbly for you, have your feet there, but then just move them apart slightly. So you've got a gap in between the legs, okay? If you can have them touching, that will be most ideal. Squeeze the thighs together, pull up for your bottom. Place the hands behind your head. Elbows nice and wide for me. Okay, so squeeze, squeeze, squeeze up through those legs. We are going to rotate to the right. So hopefully you're going to rotate towards me. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, rotate towards the right. Keep the hips forwards for me. And then let's come back to centre slowly. Wobbly. And then again, let's rotate. Squeeze those thighs. Squeeze up through those glutes. Keep that core engaged. As we come back, and again, rotate to the right as far as you can go. Lovely. And then let's rotate back. So we're going to rotate to the right, and then we're going to do some stuff with the feet. So press the head into the hands, rotate to the right. Now, back heel,
That's left heel. Take it off the floor. So you're moving your weight into your right foot. Right heel, lift it up. Both heels are off the floor. Now hold that core. Hold that core. Rotate back to center. And then front heel goes down and back heel goes down. Let's try that again. So rotate to the right first, both heels on the floor. Keep tall through the spine. Left heel comes up, weight goes into right foot. Right heel comes up, squeeze up through those core muscles, squeeze those legs together. Balance as you rotate back to center. Front heel goes down, back heel goes down. One more for me. Rotate to the right. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Back heel goes up, that's the left foot. Ooh. Front heel goes up, that's the right foot. Squeeze as we come to center. Lovely. Front heel goes down, back heel goes down, and then rest. Have a roll through the shoulders, have a little march through the legs. How did you do? It's quite tricky that, isn't it? Okay, let's try it on the other side. So left foot forwards, right foot behind you. Big toe of your right foot touching the heel of the left. Squeeze up through those legs for me. Hands behind the head. Let's just rotate first. So rotate to the left now. Keep tall for the spine, squeeze the legs together, and then rotate back to center. Lovely. And then again to the left. Squeeze up through those legs, and then rotate back to center. Good, and again, rotate to the left. Squeeze, 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 and then back to center. Okay, let's try a heel lift. We always start with the back one first. So squeeze up through those legs and rotate to the left. Back heel up, so weight goes into your left foot. Left heel up, squeeze the legs. Slowly rotate back to center. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Front heel goes down, back heel goes down. Whew. Okay, let's do that again. So squeeze up for the legs, rotate first, both feet flat on the floor. Back heel goes up, front heel comes up, squeeze the thighs, rotate back to center slowly. Good, front heel goes down, back heel goes down. One more, breathe in. Breathe out, rotate to the left. Back heel goes up, front heel goes up. Squeeze, 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 keep squeezing. As we go all the way around, front heel goes down, back heel goes down, and then rest it there. Have a roll for the shoulders. Well done, guys. Okay, let's come all the way back to the end of your mat again. Okay. Soften through the knees, tuck the chin, roll the shoulders. Let's gently articulate down. That'll feel quite nice after that exercise. All the way to the floor. Relax the head, knees are soft. And then we're going to walk down. And we're going to come down onto our hands and knees. Okay, so let's start with a bit of cat and cow. So hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Now you can do cat and cow on your elbows. If I'm honest with you, you get a better movement if you've got your hands down, but I'll leave that up to you, okay? And I really want to focus on how this should feel. So hands under shoulders, knees underneath the hips. So let's think about drawing your tailbone down and under, and then we roll up into the back. So push the hands into the floor, shoulder blades into your back. Tuck your tailbone round as if you're trying to pull your tailbone between your legs. And then roll up and imagine you're trying to pull your head between your arms. Keep rolling, keep pushing. Now draw your shoulders down into your back. Let your spine come flat. Now imagine that you are tipping your bottom to the ceiling and then you're lifting your chest through your arms. If you can. Lovely. Now start at the tailbone, round the tailbone, come up into the upper back. Try to pull your tailbone between your legs. Good, round into that spine.
as if you're trying to get your head between your arms, but your arms are staying straight. Then draw the shoulder blades into the back, let the back flatten down. Let the tailbone lengthen out, so the tailbone is now pointing away from you to the wall behind you. Good, and now dip the lower back so the bottom points up towards the ceiling, and lift the chest as if you're trying to put it through your arms. Good, one more of those. So pull your tailbone around. Good, put it between the legs. Rolling up into the upper back. Lovely. Pushing into the floor. Good, shoulders into back. Let that come down to a flat back. Think about your tailbone now pointing to the wall behind you and it's stretching away. Now dip your bottom up to the ceiling. Lift your chest forwards between your arms. Lovely. And then release. Take the arms along and forwards and drop your bottom down. Lovely, guys. Well done. Nice little stretch out. I love that stretch. It's one that I do on a regular basis. I think it feels so nice in my back. So nice in my back. Lovely. Good. Okay, so this next exercise, you are going to be on one arm. So you can do this if you wish on the elbow. It's not as good, but it's still very doable on the elbow, okay? Now, you're also going to be on one knee. So if what you can do is place a folded towel or cushion underneath the supporting knee if you feel you need to. So hands here, or right elbow down if you need to be on the elbow, because the other hand is going to be behind the head, okay? So either here, like that, or down like that. I'll leave that up to you. Now, this is also quite a balancy exercise, okay? So hand behind the head, we're going to use the right leg. So place support underneath the left knee if you feel you need it. Take that leg out behind you. So we're going to bring the knee and the elbow in towards one another. And we're going to stretch that leg away and stretch that elbow away. And then we're going to do it again. We're going to round the spine, draw the elbow and knee towards one another. We're going to stretch the leg away. Keep the hips facing the floor and reach the elbow away. I'm going to do a couple on my elbow, but you stay there. We're going to bring elbow and knee together. We're going to stretch the leg away and stretch the elbow away. So this is your alternative. And again, we're going to round the spine, elbow and knee together. Stretch the leg away, stretch the elbow away. And I'd like you to do two more for me. I'm going to come back up. So elbow and knee together. Stretch the leg away. So hips facing forwards. Don't let that right hip twist. Squeeze that glute. And one more. Pulling in. And away. It's quite wobbly. Stretch it away. And then release and come in. Take your palms up. Drop your bottom down. Relax your head. And breathe. Will be good. Lovely. Well done, guys. Really good. And then gently uncurl. So now we're going to come all the way up onto our knees. Okay. So in a complete kneeling position, and I would suggest maybe some padding underneath the knees, like a towel or a cushion, if this is not great for you. Make sure your knees are hip width apart, so you've got a gap between the legs. Let's have a little roll through those shoulders first. Lovely. And we're going to do a bow and arrow. Okay. So, gainer, if this is not great for you, you can swing it, or for anybody that can't kneel up like that, you can also do your bow and arrow sitting, and you can do your stretch out as so. So if you can't kneel, this is something you can do. If not, you can be up here. So hands here in front of you, shoulder blades into your back. Let's go with your left hand first, pulling back to your left shoulder, drawing the elbow back and stretching the right arm forwards. Pull the elbow back and then release. So hips stay facing forwards. And then right arm comes back to the shoulder. Pull the right elbow back, stretch the left arm forwards, and then release. So great in the shoulders. And again, but draw the core in as we come to here. Keep tall for the spine.
Pull the elbow back and stretch the long arm forwards, and then release. One more. And then pull back. Hand to your shoulder and squeeze, 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 and then release. Okay, so now we're going to do a stretch. So if you're the same way around as me, I want you to start with your right arm, because then you can follow me. So you draw your right arm back. So draw that right arm back, so you're now facing me, hopefully. Squeeze, 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 reach forward to that long arm. Now extend that arm out. Now we're going to pivot. Now if you're sitting down, you're just going to take the arm behind you and stretch up. Pivot, 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 and stretch out. So you've got a little bit of work happening in these ribs. Good, then come all the way up to center, bend the arm back in, and come back, other side. Pull the elbow back, stretch, twist, reach forwards, extend that arm, and then we're going to think about lifting the rib cage, keeping the arms in alignment, lifting up through that rib cage, and then come back to center. Bend the arm in and come forwards. Okay, one last variation towards me. Elbow in, stretch the other arm long, extend. Now, if you can, we're going to pivot. If this is as far as you can go, that's fine. If you can keep going and just tap your heel with your hands, not take your weight, just tap and hold. And then up. Good. And bend and extend. Last one. Pull it back, rotate, reach forward to that long arm, extend. Lift the ribs. Good. If you can, tap the heel. That will be great. If not, you just go as low as you're happy to go. And then release. Come all the way up. Bend that elbow in. Extend. And then gently come down. Good. Have a little roll through those shoulders. Okay, so if you were sitting with legs long, we're going to come back and do that elbow turning on the other side. So either on your hands or your elbows, you know what you've got to do now. So hands or elbows underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Take the right hand behind the head. Take the left hand away. Make sure these hip bones stay facing the floor. You don't want this hip rotating outwards. Okay, when you're ready, engage your core, breathe in. Breathing out, elbow and knee comes together around the spine. Take that leg away, squeeze that glute, lift and stretch the elbow out to the side. And again, around the spine, pull it in. Extend, and hips facing the floor, squeeze that glute. And again, around the spine. And extend, reach the elbow away. And again, around that spine, extend and reach. Good, squeeze that glute. Last one, round the spine. Extend, reach the elbow away, and then come down. Palms up, pull back, little stretch. Good, well done, really good. Okay, so from this position here, let's walk ourselves down onto our tummies. So all the way down for me. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to take your arms wider than your mat. So I want you to bring your arms onto the floor. So elbows roughly in line with shoulders. We're going to start with the feet about hip width apart. Shoulders into your back, and then your forearms will be parallel with the edge of your mat. Nose just hovering over your mat for me. Keep your shoulders into your back. So engage the core for me, nice and tightly. I want you to float the arms off the floor and lift the chest just a tad. Think about lifting the chest up and forwards. Keep the feet on the floor. And then I want you to lower everything down. Do that again. Float the arms, keep the shoulders into the back, and lift the chest slightly up and forwards. Keep that core engaged, and then slowly float all the way down. One more for me. Float the arms, and lift that chest up and forwards. Keep that core engaged, feet on the floor, and then all the way down. So let's add the next section of that So float the arms, float the chest. Good, now place the hands back onto the floor, push into the hands and lift up into your wide swan. Now you go up as high as your back is happy for you to go, but I don't want you to be here. I want your shoulders to be down into your back. Try and drop your hips, go long through the top of your head. Now we're going to slowly come down, but not all of the way, just that kind of slightly lifted chest position. Then we float the hands back off and then we come all the way down. So let's try that again. Float the hands, lift up, chest up and forwards, hands come down, push up into your swan, shoulders into your back, and then slowly coming down, elbows going out, hold that lifted position, hands off, and then come all the way down. Good, one more for me. Shoulders into back, float the arms, good. Lift the chest up and forwards, hands down, push up into your swan. Good, keep that position. And slowly coming down. Keep that chest lifted, float the hands, and then come all the way down. Okay, let's add a couple of sneaky variations. Place your feet together and your thighs together. If this creates any pulling or discomfort in the lower back, separate the feet again, okay? So squeeze up nice and tight, and we're going to do a little bit of neck work at the top. So exactly the same, float the hands, lift the chest, hands down, and push up. Keep the legs together for me, shoulders down. Turn your chin to the left, and centre, and to the right, and centre, and again to the left, and centre, and to the right, and centre. Softening the elbows down. Using your triceps, keep your feet on the floor and legs together. Keep the chest lifted, float the arms, and then bring yourself all the way down. Relax your legs a sec. Let's do that again. So float the arms, lift the chest forwards. Keep the legs together, hands down, push up into your swan. Try to keep the legs together if you can. Turn to the left and centre, to the right and centre, and again, left and centre, and right and centre. Keep the legs together, lowering your body down. This is your last one. Keep the chest lifted, float the arms, and then come all the way down. Separate those legs for me. Give yourself a shimmy. So just rock your hips from right to left. Rock your hips from right to left. Lovely, well done. Okay, so let's have your feet just about hip width apart first. Let's bring your hands down and let's turn your cheek towards me. So turn your cheek towards me. So we're going to break this exercise down into two sections, two halves, and then we'll plug them together hopefully. So I want you to slide your legs together, zip up through those legs, relax the shoulders, relax the arms. We're going to bend those knees and we're going to pulse the legs towards my bottom. 1, 2, 3, and down. Just keep the legs together. And 1, 2, 3, and down. Go down again. 1, 2, 3, and down. Lovely. And again, 1, 2, 3, and down. Now do that again. Pulse 1, 2, 3. And as you go down, push the feet into the floor, keep the hips down, but float the knees if you can. So I'm really zipping up to the back of these legs and into my glutes. That's where you should feel it. Then I release, and 1, 2, 3, and down, lengthen. So I'm pushing into the floor with my feet, trying to lift my knees, and then release. 1, 2, 3. Feet down and lengthen. Have you got that? Do me one more. And 1, 2, 3. Press into the floor and lengthen. And then relax it off.
Lovely. Bring the hands into the smaller back, lap them one on top of the other for me. Pull your elbows down towards the floor. Then release, slide the hands down over your bottom, lift your chest, turn your head. Really pull those shoulders back. Turn your head away from me. Lower your head down and slide the hands back into the small of the back. Now draw the elbows down towards the floor. Do that again. Slide the hands over your bottom. Lift your upper body. Pull your shoulders back. Turn your head towards me. Lower down and slide the hands down into the small of the back and stretch the elbows to the floor. Let's do that one more time. So lift the elbows, sliding down, hands down across the top of your bottom. Pull your shoulders back, lift, turn away from me, and then lower yourself down, sliding the hands up into the sole of the back and stretching the elbows down to the floor. Keep the legs together. And then elbows lift slightly, slide down over your bottom, lift, pull the shoulders back, turn towards me, and sliding all the way down. Let's put that all together, elbows stretching to the floor. We start with our pulses with our elbows stretching down. 1, 2, 3. Feet to the floor, lengthen the legs, stretch down to your bottom. Legs stay lengthening, knees are off the floor. Turn the head all the way round. Now relax the legs, let the knees come down as the hands slide up the back. And stretch the elbows down, keep them there, press the legs together, 1, 2, 3, legs down, lengthen those legs as you stretch the hands down the back, shoulders back, turn all the way round, slowly coming down, relaxing the legs, stretch the elbows to the floor, press the legs together, and 1, 2, 3, lengthen. Slide the hands down, try to keep the knees off the floor, lengthen, lengthen, turn all the way round. Good. Relax the legs as the hands come back up into the small of the back. Elbows stretch to the floor. Last one for me. 1, 2, 3. Feet down, lengthen legs, stretch the hands down across the top of the bottom, all the way round towards me, and then slowly come all the way down. Oh, well done, guys. Relax those arms, relax those legs. Well done. Okay, let's slide those hands under the front of your shoulders and gently push yourself up. Let's have a little stretch back into child's pose. Fabulous. Good. Okay, so let's come on to your side facing me. So this is going to be your left side, I believe. If you mirror me, it should be good if you can. So I want your hips to be in alignment with your shoulders. And then you're going to come down, if you can, and place the hand underneath the head. Now, if this gets too much for the wrist, you can always divert to here, okay? But if we can, lift up. And what we're thinking about doing here is we're still trying to lengthen out of the top of the head. So my ribs are staying on the floor. I'm not just all collapsed here. I'm still trying to lift upwards. So have your hips and your shoulder in alignment, and then swing your legs forwards about 45 degrees and pop them out there for me. And then just bend the feet back towards the back of your mat. We're going to start you here. Place your hand in front of you. So we're going to start with an internal rotation at the hip. So the knees stay glued together and we lift the foot up and place it down. Lift the foot up. So you can see everything is rotating internally. So rotate round and up and lift. Good. And back and lift and back. Good. Lift and back. Lovely. Lift and back. A few more. Lift and back. Last one. Lift and back. Now external rotation, feet together, lift and back. So now we're rotating this way, lift your clam. And again, lift and back, Good. So still keeping this core engaged to help to keep the hips still. Lift and back. Lovely. Lift and back. Lift. 2 more. Good. Last one. And rest. So both legs, internal rotation. Keep them there. Now top knee, open and close. So you make that nice diamond shape and close. And again, so we're going from an internal rotation to an external rotation. And close. Keep those feet up. Lift and close. Good. Lift and close. Keep it going. Keep the toes together and close. Good. Lift and close. 2 more for me. Lift and close. Last one. Lift and close. Lower those legs down. Now extend those legs out for me. Relax, just give that wrist a bit of a rest. Again, if that's not working for you, you can stay here long if you wish to, okay? I'm going to come back up. So this top leg, I want this top leg to be in external rotation. So your bottom knee will point forwards. If I was to float that leg, I'm going to turn it into external rotation. So the knee is pointing out on the diagonal. Okay, that's what we're trying to keep, that external rotation. So we bring the toe to knee, knee to shoulder, extend and flex down, keeping that external rotation. Toe to knee, knee to shoulder, extend, flex and drive down. Toe to knee, knee to shoulder, extend, flex, drive down. Lovely. Toe to knee, knee to shoulder, extend, flex, drive down. And toe to knee, knee to shoulder, extend, flex, drive down. 1 more. Toe to knee, knee to shoulder, extend, flex, drive down. We reverse. Flex up, knee in, toe down, extend, flex up, knee in, toe down, extend, flex up, knee in, toe down, extend, flex up, knee in, toe down, extend. 2 more. Flex up, knee in, toe down. Last one. Flex up, knee in, toe down, extend. Bend the knees, have a rest. Ooh, can you feel it in here? Give it a slap if you need to. So now we're going to keep straight legs, okay? Straight legs. We're going to point up and we're going to flex down. So extend the legs, hold the head if you can. If not, stay long, that's absolutely fine. So we're going to point up, flex down. So lift the leg, external rotation. So turn through the hip, try to keep that external rotation. Point up, flex down. Point up, flex down. Dynamic, flex down. Keep that external rotation. Point up, flex down. Point up, flex down, point up, flex down. Good. Point, flex, point, straight leg. Press the bottom leg into the floor. Point, flex. 2 more. Point, flex. Last one. Point, now flex, hold. Okay, flex the other foot for me as well. Keep external rotation of this top leg. The bottom knee is facing directly forwards. Top leg kind of on the diagonal. And I want you to draw clockwise circles with that top leg and circle, as if you're trying to kiss the heels together. You don't have to touch them, but as if you're trying to kiss the heels together. And if the heels did kiss together, you would have your feet slightly parted in a V. And circle, 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 circle. Good. Good. And 4, 3, 2,
1, change. Going anti-clockwise, as if you're trying to clap your heels together. External rotation, legs along. Circle, 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 circle. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Soften those knees, relax that head. If you stayed up with me, well done. Give that buttock a nice little slap. Well done, guys, really good. Okay, turning over onto your backs for me. We will do the other side, don't worry. We'll do the other side in a little while. I'm just going to shimmy slightly over closer towards you, just to give me some space over here. Let's take our arms out to the side of the body, palms facing the ceiling for me. Let's lengthen our left leg onto the floor, shoulder blades into your back. Take your right leg long up into the air, okay? If you need to have a little bend, knee over hip, that's fine. If your hamstrings are struggling a little bit, if you can, really stretch that leg out. So we're going to take the leg over to the left and we're going to roll through the hip. So roll that hip right the way over. We're going to go down towards the floor, out to the side, to the right, making sure that left hip stays pointing to the ceiling all the way up. And then we're going to roll again. I think I might catch my curtains. Down to the floor, out to the side and up, and then roll it over. Go down again, down to the floor. Watch here, pelvis facing the ceiling, up and roll. And again, down to the floor, out to the side, up and roll. Good, down to the floor, out to the right, up and roll. One more, down to the floor, out to the right, up. Now we need to roll and hold, roll and hold. Really stretch that leg across you. Really stretch it away. At the same time, I'm stretching my right arm away. Really stretch, really stretch. And then soften that right leg, roll yourself back. Grab hold of that knee and pull it in nice and tight. Give it a stretch in towards the body. Lovely. Slide the left leg up and hug that knee in also. We'll do the other side in a moment. Now take both legs up into the air. Lace the fingers together, hands behind the head. If you want to keep your head on the floor, you can. If not, ribs down, curl up to the knees and just support the back of the head. Really work these upper abdominals. We are crossing just the calf muscles, okay? We're not crossing right the way over. We're just literally tapping one leg in front of the other and we switch, 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 switch. So it's my calf muscles that I'm tapping. Yeah, so I'm kind of crossing at the ankles, a little bit at the knees, but I'm making it quite small. Good, stretch up, cross, cross, criss, cross. Good. Breathe. Keep those ribs down, breathe. And again, criss, cross, criss, cross. Straight legs, reach those legs up towards the ceiling. Criss, cross. Good. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. And then relax. Bend those knees in, relax the head down. Bring the hands round, give them a hug. Oof. Now take that right leg long onto your mat. Extend your left leg up into the air, bring your arms out to the side for me, shoulders down. So let's rotate through that hip now, over to your right. And when you're ready, down towards the floor. Out to the left, making sure right hip bone stays facing the ceiling. Come all the way up and roll through that hip. And again, down towards the floor. Now keep the right leg still active. We don't want that to be all bent and soft. We still need that leg to be active. So gently pressing into the floor, keeping it long. Out to the side, up, over, and rotate through that hip. Stretch that leg away. Down, out, hips facing the ceiling, up, that's a hard bit coming towards you, over, and again, down, out, up,
and over through that hip. Last one. And down. Keep those hips facing the ceiling as we go out, up, over and hold. Stretch that leg out. Stretch it away. Stretch the opposite arm, so your left arm as well. Stretch it away. Good. Bend the knee. Roll onto your back. Hug that knee nice and close to your chest. Okay, good stuff. So either walk yourself up slowly into a sitting position, or bring this knee in, hold behind the legs, push the legs into the hands and roll yourself up, whichever works for you best. Okay, we're going to come around onto the other side now. So you want your hip in line with your shoulder, so a nice straight line here. I'm going to support the head again, and then we're going to hop the legs forwards at 45 degrees. And bend the feet back to point towards the back of the mat, okay? Again, if this doesn't work for your wrist or your neck, then bring yourself down long, okay? So, when we're ready, excuse me, internal rotation. So, lift and down. So, knees are staying together. And that hip, that's your femur is internally rotating in the hip to lift that lower leg, and lift and down, lift and down. Lovely. Lift and down, lift and down. Good. So keep the core engaged, and lift and down, lift, 2 more, lift and down, lift. Now externally rotate, lift and down. So now your feet, or just your toes, are staying together, and we're opening up into our little clam. Lift and down. You got it. Good. And down. Everything else stays the same, okay? Whether you're here or whether you're here, it's entirely up to you, whichever is best for you. Lift and down, lift, 2 more, lift and down, lift and down. So double leg, internally rotate to lift the feet up, top leg, externally rotate, lift and down. Good. Lift and down. Lovely. Lift. So just keeping my toes together here, making that diamond shape between my legs. Lift and down. Good. Can we feel it in those legs? I can. Lift and down. 2 more. And down. Last one. And down. Lower those legs down. If you're on your arm, maybe come off, have a little bit of a rest. Maybe have a little rotation through that wrist if you feel you need to. Lovely. Now extend those legs forwards at 45 degrees. We again float that leg. So bottom knee is facing forwards. Top leg, you're going to externally rotate. So the knee is pointing out on the diagonal. And we go toe to knee, knee to shoulder, extend, flex and drive down. Toe to knee, knee to shoulder, extend, flex and drive down. Toe to knee, knee to shoulder, extend, flex and drive down. Toe to knee, knee to shoulder, extend, flex and drive down. Toe to knee, knee to shoulder, extend, flex and drive down. Toe to knee, knee to shoulder, extend, flex, 2 more. Toe to knee, knee to shoulder, extend, flex, drive down. Last one, toe to knee, knee to shoulder, extend, flex and drive down. Let's go backwards. Flex up, knee in, toe down, extend, flex up, knee in, toe down, extend, flex up, knee in, toe down, extend, flex up, knee in, good, toe down, extend, flex up, knee in, toe down, extend, flex up, knee in, toe down. 2 more, you're almost there. Flex up, knee in, toe down, extend. Last one, flex up, knee in, toe down, extend, relax. Even soften the knees if you need to. Relax off through that head for a moment. Well done, can we feel it? Can we feel it? So we're going to do our straight leg versions, a little bit more dynamic. We're going to point up and flex down. So extend the legs out, lift the leg, external rotation through that leg form. And we're going to go point up, flex down, point up, flex down, point up, flex down, point up, flex down. Good. Point up, flex down, point up, flex down. Lovely. Point up, flex down, point up, flex down, point up. Good. And again, point up. 2 more. Point up, flex down. Last one. Point up, flex down. Have a little rest. Soften those knees if you need to. If you're feeling it in that hip and in that buttock, which I'm sure you are. Extend the legs away. I gave you an extra break there. Externally rotate, flex. Flex the bottom foot. We're going to do our circles. Let's go clockwise. Circle and circle. As if you're trying just to brush that heel. Circle and circle. Keep that slight external rotation of the top knee. Circle and circle. Circle. Can you feel it in your glute? And circle. Circle and circle. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. And change. And going anti-clockwise. Good. As if you're trying to brush the heels together. Good. And circle and circle. Circle and circle. Good. Keep it going. Keep that bottom leg active. Good. Press it down. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. And rest. Soften. Go long if you're not already. Ooh. Give it a little tap. Lovely, guys. Well done. Gently, gently walk yourselves up. Let me move those notes out the way for a moment. Good, okay, come sit facing me. Let's have those feet together and knees apart, but a little distance from your body so you're not stressing yourself too much for your inside thighs. Bring your hands all the way up to the ceiling, hold those fingertips, stretch up through those shoulders for me. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, we're going to come over the toes and stretch your hands out towards me. So pushing out for me, lovely. Then rounding the spine, just be loose through the hands and shoulders. Bring the hands to rest on your feet. Elbows to rest if you can on your shins, and just relax that head for me. Lovely, then gently uncurl. Extend those legs all the way out in front of you. Bring your arms out to the side of your body, flex your feet. Let's go over to your right side. Bring the elbow down so that your left buttock comes off. Stretch over, and as you stretch over, try to push that left hip a bit closer to the floor. Good. Keep that nice stretch. And then release, lift up, roll onto both buttocks. Bring your left hand down, elbow to the floor. Let's stretch over. And as we do, we're trying to push the right hip down to the floor. So you get that fantastic stretch down the side of the body. Good. And then come all the way up and back to here. Bring the hands down. Keep those flexed feet. We're going to scoop forwards. Scoop and lift. Point the toes. Big circle behind you. Flex the feet. Palms up and scoop and up. Point the toes. All the way around behind you. Big circle. Flex the feet. And scoop and up. Point the toes. All the way behind you, flex the feet. One more. And scoop and up, point the toes.
all the way behind you. Lovely, slide those feet back in. Fantastic. Let's have a little bit closer this time if you can. So just walk your bottom towards your feet or pull your feet towards your bottom. I don't mind. Okay, bring your left hand onto your right shin. Right hand behind your head for me. Pull your chest down towards your shin by using that hand, and then just gently push the elbow out and away, circling the chest slightly to the right. And then release. Swap over, right hand on left shin. Pull the chest towards the shin and then slightly rotate. If you can, push the right knee away a little more and then release and swap over, pulling down, rotate, push the left knee slightly away so you get a slightly deeper stretch on that inside thigh. And then release, and last one, swap it over, pull the chest down, rotate, press the left knee, the right knee a little bit further away, and then release. Bring your hands down, elbows out, round your spine down. Good. Lovely. And then gently uncurl. Good, take your right leg out. Keep your left leg in if your hip and knee allow you to. If not, take both legs out on the diagonal. Bring both arms up to the ceiling and rotate your chest towards that right leg. And then fold forwards towards those toes, flat back, stretching forwards for me. Now reach forwards and come up. Turn your body, and the side of your body is now going to come down and over that leg, and we're going to reach out. Oh, it's a great stretch into the lower back, and then come up. Relax the arms down, take your left leg out, fold your right leg in, or keep them both out, I don't mind. So all the way up, turn your body towards your left leg. I do a flex as well, and I'm going to reach down. I'm trying to reach out and across, parallel with that leg, and I'm going to reach forwards and up. Side of the body now, I'm going to come down over the side of the leg, and with that top arm, I'm really reaching out, getting into that lower back as well. Good. And then reach all the way up. Relax the arms, slide that leg in. Now sit however you're most comfortable. So legs crossed or legs out in front of you, I don't mind. Have a little roll of those shoulders. Good. Let's make a circle with those arms in front of you. Round your upper spine back, stretch forwards and chin down. Have a nice deep breath through the back of those lungs. Good. Relax the arms down into your lap, and then gently push up onto your sit bones and then grow tall, tall, tall through your spine. Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, give them a squeeze. And then release them down, all the way down, all the way down. And one more, shrug up, squeeze, and then all the way down to the floor. Okay, let's breathe. When you're ready, you're breathing in and out. And again, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And relax. Well done, guys. Give yourself a clap.